Hey guys, it's Skippy9191 and I'm back again. I hope to be uploading a lot more frequently now, and I want to get back into the swing of videos. I know I've promised that a lot in the past, but I don't know, there's something different this time and I want to actually fully get back into it. Before, I'd always make promises and whatnot, and this time when I record and do videos, I want to make it more like I don't really promise anything, because it seems like when I promise everything falls apart. But I will be uploading videos more now, and I will be uploading, and it won't maybe be as many glitches. I think they'll still be there, but I want to be able to have fun with what I'm doing, so they'll kind of be spaced out. They won't be every day, but the videos will come in. There will be more videos from me, so this I figured would be a fun little first one to do. This is my Minecraft Xbox 360 world. Me and my friends have been playing on this. This was we called it our summer of 2013 server, and we've been working on it since like the first day of June up until now. We've taken breaks like periodically. I forgot to put my armor back on, but as a whole, this town's been growing pretty much every day. So I figured I'd show off the town and give you a little tour of the town. And what I'd like to do is start giving you updates when we build stuff and do things and whatnot. So we're going to start over on the left side of town and move all the way to the right. So there are usually about, I don't know, 5 or 6 of us, I think. There's usually a main 5 of us: me, Passion96, Uncle Tom, and Satanic Cupcake. Fuzzy to the Max is also on with us a lot. And those are the main group. Our other friend Ross was on here a bit, but he isn't on as much anymore. But okay, as if the map decides to cooperate with me, we can start. But let's see, we can start over here. This was a little trading post building we built. It works in theory better. Floor's not loaded in, but basically we each have our own slot to sell things. We can ask what people we want to buy and what we're selling, and we could trade. We don't really use that much, but it was a nice concept. This is our shopping district, by the way. This in the desert that has snow. We made this long before an update, and then in one update it corrupted, I guess, the map and made all the biomes switch. So now it snows in the desert, and it's just so much fun. I think it rains now. Well, it used to be a snow biome. So this was our shopping district. If it will load in, this is our mineral store. Uncle Tom 96 runs that, which you can kind of see in there. So you buy, instead of buying actual like ingots or minerals, you actually buy the actual ores themselves. So that way, if you're using like a fortune pick or something, then you have a better chance of getting it. So yeah, if it loads in. But he has everything for sale. We all kind of have our own different system of currency that we use, but we're trying to unify that under an economy. That's actually one of our projects. I'll show you the project board later. We have a running project board with everything everybody's working on. Oh yeah, this was Joe started a pixel art of Waldo over here, but it's cut off not only by the map, but he only got the lower half of him done. This is my store. This is my wool store. We all kind of we found like our own little niche kind of thing, and you know, started to do that. And I was the person that got wool for everybody. It's kind of not in stock right now, but I did have almost every kind of wool in here, and I'd stock it pretty regularly, like that. So you could come in here and then you could buy whatever wool you wanted, and no one's paid me in a while, but it was easier because so if someone needed wool for a project, I provide them that and stuff. Alex over here, Passion96, has his record shop, so you can buy records from here, and we have a bunch of every kind of record. This little fort right here was built way back when we started the server, and it was built originally as like a little hidey hole for him just so he didn't get murdered because he was, I guess, exploring. I think it was Alex that built that. But it really serves no purpose now. It serves as a resting place and a place to store things when we're working on projects over here, but that hasn't really happened recently. We've kind of, been working over on the other side of town. Die, you. Gotta love lag. Alright. That's the only problem I don't really like about the Xbox 360 version, is the amount of lag. This pyramid was, for a while, the biggest project we undertook. It was my undertaking and I started it, but we all contributed sandstone to build it. It took probably a good month and a half, not like continuously, to build, because we didn't spawn any materials in. Everything was hand built. There's only a few things we've spawned in this world, and the only things we had to spawn in are villagers and I believe it was pumpkins or watermelon, because we didn't have any villagers in the world, and now with the recent update, how they can trade, we would have been screwed out of villagers, so we spawned those in, so we at least had a fair shot. And I believe we spawned in pumpkins because we didn't have any in the world either. There was a well, like how a village would had in the desert right here, but I covered it up with a pyramid and there weren't any villagers, so we made our whole village and everything, and yeah, I'll show you that in a bit. But this is John's project he started. It's not finished yet. It's a sand crawler. We'll probably give you an update on this when it's done. But the sand crawler from Star Wars, he decided to make that over here, and it actually looks pretty cool. He's one of the best builders that I know. He really, I don't know, he's good at visualizing stuff. He built his house, he built Tom's house, he built another house on here. He just is a really good worker like that. Yep, now we got to autosave. This was probably actually the best thing ever, because I remember originally they didn't have this feature in, and it would just shut off randomly. Like, we'd have crashes or something and we'd lose everything. But luckily they added that in. It's probably actually nice, because at least on the computer version, when it crashes, you don't lose everything, but it seems like for some reason on here that you do. Only problem is it always takes forever, and then we have to reload the map and everything, and it didn't do that this time. Normally I have to reload the map. It's our lucky day. This pathway and bridge was all built by me. I built the design for it. We all have different creative worlds where we go in and build a design and then bring it on here, so I built the design for this bridge. I just kind of wanted to have a bridge somewhere, so I did. I didn't originally build this part of the pyramid. It was John's idea to then start building a tomb. So we have a tomb in here. He didn't finish it yet, but it's just, you know, a layout. There is a zombie spawner somewhere in here that we found underground, so we use that for leveling. We have two different... Oh, I forgot to show you that one. There's a zombie farm back over near the village over there that we use for levels. We also have a blaze farm set up in the nether, and we have a skeleton spawner, which is actually located right in the middle of town. And then we were also starting to work on building an enderman farm. So this right here is the petting zoo, or what was the petting zoo. Not really much going on here. Joe just kind of put its stuff in here. Oh, Alex is here. Hi, Alex. But, we haven't done much with that in a while. Oh yeah, we got chainmail pants now from one of the villagers as a spawn, so that's nice. Let's see here, we can go to my house next. So my house was the biggest on the server, and I think it still is the biggest. I built this took a lot of time. I built this originally. This wasn't like a project I built later on when I had materials. I mean, the floor was here, this floor design. But, this took a lot of wood, a lot of time, a lot of everything to build. My storage stuff and system is over here. We got second floor. Second floor, I have all my armor and all my tools stored. I have my repair room in there, and then I have my enchanting room. In addition, I have the potion room over here for everything brewing. We haven't really used that in a while. We have the cocoa bean room, which I think we calculated I could get like 600 cocoa beans if I got max drop, if I farmed all those. Here used to be my farm, what still is. Got 2 wheat farms, pumpkin, watermelon, reeds. Here's my sheep farm where I get all my wool for the store floor. That pig isn't supposed to be there. I used to have a pen for every animal, but we figured because there's a cap limit, I didn't really use anything besides mushrooms and sheep, that because I use mushrooms for stew and I use sheep for everything else, that I would just stick with those 2 animals. So now I have 20-something sheep and the mushrooms. Let's head over here then. I don't have armor on, that would be a bad idea to jump off. Normally I usually just fall off my roof and take no damage because I usually have feather falling on, but my armor recently broke, so I had to go get more. This is what we like to call the Statue of Irony. It's a statue of Steve. It's supposed to just mimic the Statue of Liberty. The thing is, I don't know if it's loaded in. We're going to hope it's loaded in. No. We'll go out and look at it in a bit. There is a prison island we built out there and just named it Mini Alcatraz because it's a little tiny island, and it overlooks the prison, so it's the Statue of Irony. This was an earlier project we built. This is the St. Louis Arch. Alex is a huge Cardinals fan, so he built this. It's actually not fully done. We never actually fully finished it. He was going to implement stairs, I think, somewhere. Yeah, right here. There's no stairs. But for the most part, it works. It's a nice little viewing tower. You can see out both sides into both the village over here if you look right, and you can see if it's loaded in. No. There's a battleship over there. John built a battleship, but usually you can see that, just the map isn't loaded in. But so there's the arch. We'll head back into the main part of town. I'll show you. Hopefully I can get the water stuff to load in a bit, and I'll come back and look at that. Let's see here. Oh, here we have Alex's house. He is actually technically like the mayor, I guess, but he is the smallest house out of all of us. Instead of building outwards and expanding, he built downwards. So he is actually the tiniest house out of all of us. Back in the main part, we have our little snack stand. I haven't restocked in a while, but you'd be able to just go up and press a button wherever, and it would dispense whatever food you wanted. The problem is we have ocelots in the village, so they'd run up and press the buttons, which dispensed all our food when we didn't want them to. Here we have the potion bar, where you could if me and Tom usually restock that, and you can get potions for whatever you need. Here is the current state. This is we had a casino here, and we're doing renovations to it. We're gonna actually build a fully functioning casino. We're working on a roulette wheel. We're working on a slot machine. This is gonna be the main floor. It's gonna go down. The next floor I think is gonna be the roulette wheel, and below that's other games. Up here, I'll show you quickly, is the observation tower, and I might just speed it up here just so you guys don't have to sit through me climbing this up. Alright, so now that we're at the top, you can actually, this is the best place. We figured out the casino was the only place in the entire town where you could view everything in the town if it was loaded in. There's more out that way. We have more that way. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. Thank you, Alex. That's the best part about our new feature. We added in teleporting, or there's teleporting now, so you can just do that, which he takes advantage of. It's fun. Up here, actually, I forgot to show you this part, was Robot Pirate Island. If you get the reference, good job. If not, I pity you. There we go. Thank you, Alex. So here we got, John built the Flying Dutchman, or the pirate ship. We even got the plaque. This plaque is to commemorate the brave pirates who gave their lives to keep this box safe from the robot menace, lest we forget. So Robot Pirate Island and the pirate ship. Wow, I lost my train of thought there. But yeah, back down here in the main part, we also got the gallows over here. That was a more recent build. We were kind of running out of ideas since they didn't update this game for probably, I don't even know how long, 3-4 months. So we were kind of running out of ideas to build. Now that they've updated it, we have a lot more to build, and we can do a lot more. We also, this was our subway system. John built this. This was one of our longest running projects. And I don't know if he finished both sides. I think we did. But this runs around the entire town. It's easy transport. Not many people actually use this, but we'll take a quick ride on it if it doesn't lag. Hopefully the map is loaded in, because if not, we're going to get in some serious trouble here. That piston you heard go off is an autocorrect. In case the minecart is going backwards, it'll autocorrect itself. So it'll have it going the right way again. As you can see, this is kind of the most laggy. Oh, we hit a wall. Oh, we're still going though. So now you get the invisible 3D tour of the town. There you go. That was that. But yeah, see, it stops at my house, or the bar and snack bar district, the casino. It stops by John's house, and I believe it stops. Where's this? I forget. Oh, this was my stop. Nope, can't get out. Apparently, I can't get out. Well, I guess we're riding it again. I'll be right back. So something I forgot while I was making my long trek back, because the minecart decided to shove me out halfway down the track. We have an underground base here. This was built on one of the first days. This became Ross's house. And there's multiple levels. I don't want to go down all of it, but it's under the lake right beside my house. I don't even know what to call it. The little inlet, I guess, from the ocean. It has a name, I just can't think of it right now. But so this became our underground house. This is a lot easier to get out of when I have what is it called? Whatever. I can breathe underwater better with my helmet. Every word is escaping me today. But I think that covers everything over on this side of town. I think so. So we'll go into Midtown. This is like our downtown, I guess, district. Not much to it, but it still is. This was a library we built. This is where our public enchanting center was. I have plans to renovate this because now we can enchant books. So I was going to renovate it and make it so people could sell their books publicly. This is our nether portal. I can show you the nether in a bit if I want to deal with that kind of lag. This is our bank that we don't use. It's just kind of a building just for fun. This is our manager, Rick McLightning. You have no idea how hard he was to trap in here. We probably spent a good hour trying to get him trapped. And then before it could autosave, Alex's Xbox crashed, so we lost all progress. So that was fun. That was great. So we had to do all that over again. This is Joe's house. John actually built it. It was either John or Fuzzy to the Max or Passion96, John or Alex. I don't remember which one built that. Someone built that. This is Joe's pumpkin shop. Literally made out of pumpkins. It basically works like the other shops, except everything, the currency is in pumpkins. So you buy stuff with pumpkins, because why not? This is Tom's house. He recently renovated. It actually looks really cool now. We're not going to go inside. There's no need to, but that John built both these houses. That's Tom's over here, and this is John's over here. And those spent a lot of time. I know he took a lot of time to build both of those. I think John built this here in the middle. This was like our garden type thing, just scenery, look nice type thing. It doesn't really serve much of a point. It's just kind of a little walking path. Looks nice. Over here, we were going to open up our shops originally, but we moved it over to the market district because we realized we wanted to make more individualized shops. So what this became was the community aid place where you could all have food and furnaces and everything. So if you need supplies, if you're just coming on the server and starting out, then you can go over there and get whatever you need. This is the skeleton spawner. Alex found this. It's way down here. Hopefully he won't mind. He makes you pay, which is probably smart. You can pay 8 gold ingots to go down and get 30 levels and keep your loot. Here he sells some of his extra bows. You can buy arrows from here. Right there, you can buy arrows, which is really helpful because we all use bows a lot. Ooh, my voice just cracked. That was lovely. We all have bows that we use frequently. I'm actually out of arrows. Actually, no, I'm not. Well, there went my arrow. Oh, I have 2. I don't know when I got 2, but I have 2 arrows apparently. Oh yeah, I forgot we added these in, so you just have vines here. So you only take a little bit of damage. Yeah, so how this works, there's the skeleton spawner in there. I don't know, this is the mine shaft. Oh yeah, someone dug into it, I forgot. But, so you'd go down here, and what you could do is you would wait in this little hole, and the skeletons would flow down into here, and after a while you'd shut it off, so you close it off, so all the skeletons are stuck in this one by one. You'd hit this button, and it starts suffocating them. It brings them down to either thing like that, and it would bring them down to either half a heart or a heart, I don't remember what, but it hurts them to the point where you can just hit them once or twice, and then they'll die. So it saves you the sword, so now I can just hit him, and there you go, and then you get the XP. So you just wait down here like 5 or 10 minutes, and then you can get a ton of levels. There's a lava behind this wall, and sometimes this spot actually catches on fire, but we put food down here in case you get hungry, like when you're fighting or hitting all the skeletons, because that actually drains them a lot. Drains your hunger, I should say, a lot. So we put that down here. I don't know what that is. But, so yeah, that's the skeleton farm. I'm going to fast forward real quick so you don't have to sit with me going all the way back up. Alright, at the top again, so what else we got? We went over that, went over the bank, went over the nether. Oh, we didn't go over town hall. How could I forget? So up here was our town hall, and we're building a courthouse up here. This is our memorial for when we we beat the end dragon. I think the date, what's the date? We beat him, yeah, November. I'll go over that in a bit too, actually. We did have an end portal, but it was sealed off behind a wall, so we never thought we had an end portal, so we actually did also have to spawn in an end portal. But later, by chance, a silverfish popped out of the wall that was covering up the portal, and then we found the portal like 3 months later. So we actually did have the portal. So as I was saying before, we do have a project board. Anybody can put their name down on what they want to work on. Some of these projects have been put up on this board a long time ago. Some of them have never gotten started. But we all work on that. And then down here in the lower part is where we keep our archives. This documents everything past, I believe, what's the date? 11/17/13. Anything before that date we didn't document, but everything since that date we've documented the exact time and who actually worked on it. So we have, I think we're working on the 3rd row right now, but now we have everything archived, so if we ever, it's just kind of a nice thing to look at and see how far you've come, and actually, because we kind of already know who built what, but it's just nice to look at and see how far we've come and what all we've built, and it's nice to look at. What we did is that for every row, so this represents the first row, this represents that row, this item represents the third row. Whatever creation was the hardest or biggest build, we put a object in the item frame to symbolize that build in that kind of era, quote unquote. So this was the shovel that laid at the most of the foundation for Town Hall. The sandstone is when we finished the pyramid, which was right there. When we finished the pyramid, that was like the biggest one we finished in that row. Over here, Tom finally finished his bomber, a big B-52 bomber. It's actually right over that way. I'll show you that in a bit. Well, you can't get up to it, but you can look at it. But that took a long time to build, and that was the biggest build on there so far, so we keep that there. We did a pretty nice job of lighting up the town and having these walkways. We still do have some problems with creepers from time to time, but for the most part, we're good. We actually don't have that many problems. This moat was actually my idea originally, but then me and Alex built this too, and I think this actually looks very nice. It looks like a kind of like modern, but at the same time like ancient kind of looking city. Right here's a squid farm. Me, Alex, and Joe worked on this. It usually doesn't work, which is the sad part, but we have managed to collect some ink sacs, so it's not all bad. So it does work sometimes. You just have to be standing in the right spot. Over here is our arena. This was actually one of our biggest builds early on. We built this over the summer, and it was a PvP arena we built, but it actually took a lot of resources at the time for us, and it was actually one of the biggest builds we undertook at that time. So we were actually pretty proud of that when we finally finished that. This is our graveyard. I intended it to be a serious thing where we would actually record every time we died, but what it turned into is us just putting down random references and names to people that died in shows and whatnot. So if you get any of these, good job. If not, I think some of them are just our personal inside jokes like Squishy and whatnot. But some of these are actually real. Not real, but real events in cartoons. Sure, we'll go with that. That actually happened. So there's that. We can go over here and look at this stuff. We'll go over here. So over here is the Castle Crashers frog you might recognize. I tried to make him look like this. I didn't see too many people ever do this. I actually built this a while ago, probably about a month or two ago. And this is a weapon shop. We can all sell our weapons inside here. Not much is... Oop, there's not the world isn't loading in again, but we all can sell our weapons here. There's actually usually a lot more in here, but you can sell whatever you want. You just have to list the enchantment, and then we all have chests for payment. And I thought it was actually a really cool idea. I'd never really seen anyone do it that way, so I thought it was a really cool idea. Over here is the village I was talking about. We didn't have a village on the map, so John took it upon himself to build a village. He got resources from all of us, so we all helped in that regard, but he basically built the entire village. I helped with like a little bit of the wall, but that was it. These two buildings, we used to have villagers everywhere, but we kind of condensed it now. These two buildings were kind of abstract. He modeled this main part off a he modeled them off like a main regular village, but then he kind of went crazy and expanded down here and just built buildings. What we're doing right now, because the villagers updated, and so now we can trade with them, is that we have this breeding center, which isn't really working right now. They're supposed to be breeding. We did get that priest in there, but we're trying to get better enchantments, so they all kind of huddle around here, and hopefully they breed. We've trapped two of the blacksmiths over here that give pretty decent trades. This guy gives coal. Actually, one went away. There is a trade before this first emerald here. That's 16 coal for an emerald. This one's 8 iron for an emerald. He has pretty good trades, and this guy also has some. He has the chainmail, so we wanted to keep him. So we've been working on the village here, trying to make better enchantments. So back outside the village, we'll head back over and explore the rest of the town. So that was the whole village. Didn't really need to look inside everything. It's a pretty massive village. Here's the future site of Vault 101. We were going to build this. Tom was going to build this. So far, all we have working really is the vault door opening and closing. Or it should. There it goes. We have that, and then if it would load in, this is like the main part of the vault, as if you would walk in normally. It's not really loading in, but this is all we have is the main area so far, so nothing really special, but that'll be cool once it's finished. That's what's causing the lag, is those blinking lights. So that's Vault 101. We did have a door here at some point, but it's not. I guess the zombies tend to break it down. We do play on hard, so zombies tend to break it down. This is Tom's archery range over here. Now the funny story about this is he built it assuming that buttons were able to be pressed by arrows, but at the time he built it, they didn't add it in so you could hit a button for you couldn't hit a button with an arrow yet. So it was broken really. Except that's supposed to reset it, but it didn't reset it. Huh. Maybe it's broken. I don't know. But yeah, so what you'd be able to do is you'd hit one. Let's see if I'm any good at this. Nope, evidently not. There we go. Then that one would unlock. Well, the first one over here to my left is supposed to unlock, but it didn't. So then you'd hit them and go down the range until you hit the yellow, and then you'd win. And it was just a little fun mini game he added in. It's actually really cool, and there's a lot of redstone underneath me right now that makes that all work. Over here is the public tree farm. It has 3 rows. I think it goes like it's like 10 or so long, or 18 long. It goes way back that way. It has every kind of tree. We all need wood, and it is actually a really useful thing. Over here is during our world, one of John's dogs unfortunately passed away. So if it would load in, that'd be nice. But there's it's a memorial to his dog that passed away, and it's actually just a really nice tribute and a really nice thing that he did for him. Even if it isn't Minecraft, it's still a nice little thing in touch. It actually looks pretty cool. It's very aesthetically pleasing and whatnot. So there's that. Over here, if it would load in, we built a church. We were going to build the Church of the Magic Conch. Alex actually made a redstone contraption that prints out all the results like the Magic Conch would in SpongeBob. It says like yes, no, maybe, all that. And I will be back in a minute when it loads in and I'll show you the inside of it. Okay, so here we go. This is the Church of the Magic Conch actually. It's not fully done yet. We didn't implement all the redstone. This is the shell though. He actually based this off of some real church. I'm not sure which one. I think he just went on Google Images or something. But it's actually based off a real church. It's actually really massive. It's one of the tallest buildings in the server. So it's actually a really cool building. I wish the map would load in a little bit faster. But there's finally the memorial that loaded in. I'm going to try and get up here to the end. Maybe it did load in well enough. I'm going to try and get over to the prison and the battleship too before we end this. But here's the end portal I was talking about. This is the one that we built. I don't remember why we built it way over here. I think it's because where the stronghold actually is, or the room it should have been in. But I'll try and look over. So the end portal's down there. That's the one we had to spawn in. So you can go there. Up there's the front of the battleship that's loading in. That's the battleship Genai. And I forget when that was built a long time ago too. I need food too. Cookies. But I'm going to try and swim over to that and see if it loads in. If not, then I'll be right back again. So here I am actually on the opposite end of the battleship. John's original plan for this was to have it as a public farm. We never really implemented that, but this is under the ship. That was actually going to be its really main purpose. We never really implemented it because we all kind of have our own individual farms or way of getting food. But we still have plans to do that at some point. This is the upper deck. He has the whole bridge and everything and guns. They don't really work. Alex was actually working at some point to try and get functional cannons that would at least shoot in one direction, if not all of them. But that never really got finished or done. If this works again, which, you know, gotta love Xbox and its lagginess, I'm gonna try and head over here. The prison should be right over here, and that'll be our last stop on this tour for now, at least as long as I can't think of anything else that I have neglected to go over or missed or anything. But there, it's slowing in a little bit. So if the Statue of Irony was actually cooperating and loading in, it would be right over there in that general area facing over the prison, which is the ironic part about the whole thing. But I think we're actually, luck's on our side right now. It actually is going to mostly load in, so we're going to go try and take a look at the inside of the prison. Not much has been done to this yet. We haven't really furnished it. We have plans to make renovations to this in the future, but this is the prison island we built. I don't remember originally why. I think this was originally going to be Robot Pirate Island, but we changed our mind and made it a a prison instead, mini Alcatraz. But yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much everything in the town as of now. It actually seems like a lot less once I go over it in a short period of time. Hopefully what I'm going to start doing here, at least with this on Xbox 360, is I'll bring maybe a weekly update or so, or if any massive projects get finished, and I'll showcase them kind of. Oh, there we go. Gotta love the autosave. Good time to talk, though. But, so yeah, I hope to be bringing more videos like this, and I'll showcase every couple builds we build, or I'll maybe just record some regular old gameplay on it. I don't know. I do have plans for doing stuff. I might record some Tekken on the PC. I have plans to do some glitches, maybe with GTA 5 or just GTA 5 clips. I do have plans to start making videos. Instead of promising everything this time, I'd rather just start recording, and when videos get put out, they get put out, at least for now, because that seems just to work better with my kind of schedule and my time. It does work better that way for me, and hopefully I can still, with that, make good quality videos that you guys will enjoy watching. If you like this video, guys, and you did enjoy it, I'd appreciate if you leave a comment or a like, something to show that, you know, you appreciate what's going on here, so I know to keep making them. If you haven't already and you're new to the channel, why not subscribe? I have tons of glitches for, oh geez, so many games now, and as I just said, you'll be seeing some new stuff from me kind of regularly. So hopefully you guys will all enjoy that. But yeah, guys, it's been fun. It's nice to be back, and I hope to be making tons more videos in the future. Alright, I'll see you next time, guys.